Welcome back, everyone. My name is Turk, and I have got some great news about Henry Cavill and Warhammer 40K. Let's go. First of all, I will start by saying I don't know anything about Warhammer 40K. The only thing that I know is Henry Cavill is a huge part of it. I know that he's part of the production team. I know that he is basically a Warhammer 40K nerd. I know he paints his own models, maybe even builds his own models or his figurines. I don't know, but I do know that he is basically one of us, guys who care about lore and storylines and being true to the lore as per se. So I'm super excited that he is going to be a huge part of this Warhammer 40K television series on Amazon. I know it was a rough go. I know that they were having creative differences, probably because Henry's like, hey, don't go off script too much because this won't resonate well with the fans, and they're probably pushing back and probably wanting to push their DEI bullshit and rhetoric into the television show. But like, is there any room to push DEI in a war story where it's just straight up war all the time and fighting? Like, it just makes no sense. So killing is killing in my book. So another thing that I'll say is the passion that I've noticed behind the Warhammer 40K fandom. I've seen it firsthand. I've been into a local board game store, and I've seen a ton of people in there looking and purchasing Warhammer 40K figurines and paint and models or whatever. The fandom is real, and I think Henry Cavill is one of those guys where he would go into a game store and purchase things so that he can paint his models. So I'm really happy he's a part of this series, and I believe he will put his heart and soul into it. That's my take. I mean, I could be wrong, but when someone's really passionate about something that they've been doing it for years and years, usually, I won't say all the time, but usually the projects turn out pretty good. So with that said, let's get into this article here and talk about it. From space.com, Warhammer 40K TV series locked and loaded at Amazon with Henry Cavill set to star. Games Workshop Amazon have finally sealed the creative vision for several Warhammer 40K projects, with a TV show leading the charge. As Warhammer 40K franchise enjoys its biggest era of mainstream popularity so far, in part thanks to video game wins like Space Marine 2, Games Workshop and Amazon MGM Studios have jointly announced a TV series is moving forward with Henry Cavill starring and executive producing. This gets me really excited. The timing of the announcement is no coincidence, arriving alongside Secret Levels premiere on Prime Video. One of the shorts is based on Space Marine 2 and dangerously close to the end of the December 24 deadline established by Games Workshop a while back as the limit to reach an agreement on the creative vision governing the tentative adaptation efforts at Amazon. While we don't know when Games Workshop and the studio agreed on the creative guidelines internally, Deadline shared the news on December 10th with the official Warhammer community blog, confirming it shortly afterward, adding that the TV series set to enter active development is just the first in a set of projects that had been planned out to form a larger, cohesive narrative. Later, Henry Cavill added some kind and exciting words to the announcement via Instagram. And you can see a little picture here. He's standing outside the first shop that he ever bought Warhammer 40K stuff at. So that's really exciting. Pretty cool. What did he say? He said, to celebrate some Warhammer news, I decided to make a pilgrimage to the very first place I bought Warhammer models over 30 years ago, the little shop on my home island of Jersey. My incredible team and I, alongside the brilliant minds at Games Workshop, have been working away in concept rooms, breaking down approaches to the enormity and magnificence of the Warhammer world. Together, we've been sifting through the plethora of incredible characters and poring over old tomes and texts. Our combined efforts have led us to a fantastic place to start our universe, which has been agreed upon by those up on high at both Amazon and Games Workshop. That starting place shall, for now, remain a secret. Watch this space though, more to come in time. So I don't know, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will, but I'm super excited. Henry Cavill is super excited. I think this is going to be a great show, and I'll reiterate, I don't know anything about Warhammer 40K, but for whatever reason, I'm super excited about this. And the reason that is because I've seen Henry Cavill in other projects, right? Like such as The Witcher, and even Superman, right? He's hardcore into the lore. So when you deviate from the lore, he doesn't like that. And then that's why his exit from The Witcher was too bad. But he wanted the showrunners to stay on course with the lore of The Witcher, because The Witcher is a huge IP, right? Like video games, books. But when they started deviating from the lore and started going into, like, you know, alternate storylines or pushing this or pushing that, that's when he bailed. He was like, I'm out of here. That gets me excited that he's an executive producer on this television series, which basically gives him a lot of control. He's helped putting, well, from what it looks like, he's helped putting the storyboards together a little bit. So that gets me really excited. I hope the show does well. I can't wait to check it out. I definitely will check it out. And now it's kind of got me excited where I need to go back and start learning about Warhammer 40K. If anyone out there wants to comment and let me know what are some good things to start off as a newbie to check out Warhammer 40K, because I have tried to look at some YouTube channels. Shout out to Luton09, I believe it is. He does a great job of showing some Warhammer 40K imagery and storytelling, but I still find myself very confused as to like what's really going on. And there's just, you know, like Henry Cavill said, there's 30 years of, or maybe more, I could be wrong, but there's 30 years of Warhammer 40K lore out there and stories. So where do I start, really? I'm really boggled about like where to start on Warhammer. So please, someone out there, let me know what's a good start for a newbie at Warhammer. I'll take all your suggestions. That'd be great. One other thing that I do know about Warhammer 40K is that there is a crap ton of factions in this vast universe. So many factions, just so many stories to tell. So it's going to be interesting where they pull from in all the 30 years of lore. That's going to be interesting. Will it be the beginning? Will it be near the end, or the recent, or, you know, in the somewhere in the middle? Who knows, right? Another thing we'd like to, or I would like to speculate is, I don't know, is Henry Cavill going to be a big part of the show? Like, in, you know, is he going, I could imagine he'd want to act in his own 40K show. I mean, like, visually, you got to see Henry Cavill on screen, right? I mean, it only makes sense. So with that said, I mean, what faction do you think he would be a part of? I think, well, Space Marines. I think Space Marines would be a great faction for him. Probably get him a lot of screen time, a lot of like dialogue, because maybe the Space Marines are like one of the few semi-coherent, you know, factions out there. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it'd be great to see him as a Space Marine. I think the Space Marines look freaking wicked. There is some great looking factions out here, like just their armor they wear. Yeah, man, these look great. Like, these look really cool. I hope he acts in his own TV show. He has to. I mean, because then he would just be cemented in there as, you know, Henry Cavill being the reason that this show even got off the ground. So that's going to be great. Let me know what factions you think he could be a part of. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. That's enough internet for today.